Yo, what's going on at the fight? What's your boy Money back? And I'm taking over everything boxing today. You understand me? My brother Key is out, and I'm gonna hold it down for him. You did. But let's pick it up in the building. Valentine, what's going down, bro? Say Keon, I told you this was in the EI. Yeah, Key ain't here, but he's seen it though. He's seen it. He's seen it, bro. Tony was going down. Macadam one was going down. Family, hit the like button shot come in the building, family. Hit the like button shot come in the building. We go cook today. There at the Loach was going down, fam. We're going to cook today, man. Big news in boxing. Big news in boxing. Nitty G was going down. Big news in boxing. And we got everybody mad. Got everybody sad. That like button shot come in, fam. You know they ain't gonna send a notification from my God. You say it's two old cherries all you want. Journey man, what's going down? You can call it two old cherries all you want, bro. That old cherry bring a big ass bag and a lot of recognition. Lori, what's going down, Lori? Victor Tyrone's, what's going down? Jay Cody, what's going down, bro? Bring a big ass bag and a lot of recognition. And this fight caught everybody off guard. Caught everybody off guard. Nobody seen, well, we thought Errol wasn't going to find it. Be that bitch was going down, Gwen. I thought it was going to be Ugas. Bro, we going to talk about that. You hear me, dog? We going to talk about that. But, terrible, bro. I almost feel sorry for the man, to be honest with you, dog. But he rich as fuck. Like Bernie say, they still living good. They ain't got nothing to worry about. Yo, bro, but Canelo fight Pac-Man. It's a chill. Canelo ain't fighting Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man last fight, man. Wayne Jr. was going down. Thurman would fight Uber. That's what I'm assuming, bro. Yes, sir. Marlo, let me know if you want to jump on. I'll shoot you that link, bro. Errol trying to buy up that Texas land. Why not? Why not? Invest into land. You can't give your kids no fucking cars and jewelry to make money off of. As long as you invest in land, you always own some shit. Even if you just buying land to sit on it. Yeah, even if you just buying land to sit on that shit. A real big news for Errol Spence, man. And I ain't gonna even lie. When I seen Earl, he was shoe shopping, and he told that man it could be Ugas, but Pacquiao was still in play. When I heard him say Pacquiao was still in play, I'm like, man, that nigga better fight Pacquiao. Man. So who you think Crawford fights now, bro? Man, Crawford went on to win the fucking Ramirez and Josh Taylor, bro. The winner Ramirez and Josh Taylor. My brother Tim was going down. Tim, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going down, champ? I life in Germany. Yeah, Crawford went on the winner, Josh Taylor and fucking Okay, Marlo, no doubt. Found out your business. The winner, Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. You feel me? So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But let's talk about the big news, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to waste. Or we'll give it like 10 more minutes. At least 3 more minutes. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes though, see how many people jump in the building. But yeah though, man. Sean Porter still need a dance partner. Bud don't want Sean Porter, dog. Porter said that fight is off the table. Kenny Porter said he walked in there, asked Bob what's up with the fight? Bob said, we're not handing out no deals right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making an offer today. He's like, well, could just give me a number to see where we at in the ballpark. I'm not making any offers right now. And that was it. They never got back to him and none of that shit. And then Sean Porter go apologize and shit for calling out Bud and fucking in a in the public eye. Like, bro, what's wrong with calling out Bud in the public eye? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let the people know that you're trying to get the fight so the people can help rally with you to get the goddamn fight. I mean, the one was going down, bro. Brown on bus was going down. Well, I ain't gonna say out of nowhere, Brown on, but I know it was a possibility, but I really, to be honest with you, I didn't expect it. I'm gonna sit up here and make it like I was suspecting Errol in the back. You know what I'm saying? Which I knew, like I had a feeling he was gonna go in August, right? Which I knew already. You know, courtesy to the big fish, I knew it was an August date. I just didn't know who. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy to my guy ESJ, I knew it was an August date. I just didn't know who, bro. I said Bud versus Mikey, but they don't even want to fight Mikey. You know, we already had Bud look, guard dog come out and say some shit like Mikey a bitch and all that shit. Like Mikey don't want to fight Sean. Thurman is this, Sean is that. Like everybody that we want to see Bud fight, his guard dog dismissed. And in the same sense, he'll bring up Ramirez and Josh Taylor. Terrible. Pretty terrible. Shane, how you doing, beautiful queen? How you doing, love? Pretty terrible, bro. You can't blame Bud, bro. What you mean you can't blame Bud? Why not? Why can't we blame Bud when it's his career? Why can't we blame Bud? That's the problem. That's the problem right there. We can't blame Bud. That's what we need to be blaming. That's what the blame need to go on. You feel me? We point the finger at Bob Earn, point the finger at Bo Mac, point the finger at every motherfucker else instead of the man we need to point the finger at. And that's Terrence Bud Crawford. That's the man we need to point the finger at. He the one that came out and said, you know, we make we control the fights if we want them, right? They work for us. The promoters work for us. So we can't keep blaming no Bob Earn. We can't keep blaming no fucking motherfucking Bo Mac or people like that. No, we need to blame Terrence Bud Crawford. Blue, what's going down, bro? Nah, Blue is just me today. It's just me again. You know, like Demetrius Andre, Keon out. You know, Keon out with family and shit. Having he got a family reunion going down. He out of town right now, so I'm gonna hold it down. A buzzer came on yesterday, man, but I hung out with my cousin for his birthday and shit. Blame Spence too. Blame Spence for what, Victor Terrans? What you blaming Spence for? Is Spence the man that said he don't want undisputed? Is Spence the man that said that fight is behind him? He ain't looking at that fight no more. Or is Spence the man say when I get this third scrap, right? We gonna see you holding up what? Bud Crawford been chasing Pacquiao for 6 years. That's Errol Spence comes into the picture and makes shit happen, man. What you mean? It's not Bud. It ain't even that, bro. It's just a team. You gotta think about it. Bob Earn was willing to make Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao as long as the money wasn't coming out of his pockets. Pay attention, family. He said the fight was done once during the pandemic time, but Corona fucked it up. He said the investors had the money on the table. They had the country, you know, the country that wanted it and shit, they had to sign, seal, and deliver, right? But Corona came and fucked it up. So he said the investors. Now again, he had investors again, right? 40 million for Pacquiao, 10 million for Bud, however much Bud was getting, right? Investors. So he was willing to make the fight happen as long as it wasn't his money he was putting up to make the fight. He don't have no faith in Terrence Bud Crawford to get his money back, whatever he put up to pay Manny Pacquiao. I feel like he's not gonna get the, you know, he's not gonna reap the benefits. You know what I mean? But we know Pacquiao got 20 million for Bronner. We know he got 20 million for Thurman, and he damn sure get 20 million for Spence. Maybe 20 million plus, because him and Spence is no fucking sale. But Pacquiao's not willing to take the chance on Terrence. Bob Earn is not willing to take the chance on Terrence Bud Crawford to make the Pacquiao fight. And he's been showing that since 2014. So he's been chasing them for 7 years, not 6, 7. 2014 to 2021. And still ain't got the fight. And they pissed off at us for just calling the truth. Bernie the Gore Dog say we haters, right? We haters because we don't look at nothing from Bob way. From Bud way. We just look at everything from one side of just Errol Spence side, right? How the hell do we just look at everything from Errol Spence side when we saying 60-40 is a good fucking deal? And everything Bud Crawford did is the reason why he's getting 40%. They want us to hold fucking hands and sing Kumbaya and Baby Bud. That ain't gonna happen, homie. It ain't gonna happen. This man dismissed all the good fights for Terrence Bud Crawford. This man dismissed Mikey, Sean, Thurman, Danny. They all are nothing. But here it is. You got Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, who are undefeated, about to fight for, you know, the undisputed championship at 140. And he going crazy over that shit. That's the fight because the Mexicans will fight, you say. Come on, man. We gotta do better, man. Like my brother Blue said, we gotta do better. We have to do better. We have to do better, bro. And I wanted Bud to get the Pacquiao fight. I feel like he deserved it. But his promoters don't have faith in him to get a return. I mean, the way that man talked about Terrence Bud Crawford, you would think, God damn, he was goddamn Luis Galazzo or some goddamn body. You feel me? He ain't talking about Bud Crawford like he was Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But Bud chose to sign with the man. And we don't know if Bud choosing to sign back with the man or not. We just got to find out, bro. But let's get into the good part. Errol Spence, where Manny Pacquiao broke the news first, everybody. So let's be real with that. Pacquiao came out, he posted a picture on his Instagram, right, saying it's going down. Right after the time where he say he's planning this retirement fight, because this is his last fight, win, lose, or draw. Pacquiao say he's out the door. That's it. He don't want no more smoke with no more of these young motherfuckers. This is it. Right? He taking on the biggest challenge at 147 in Earl True Spence Jr. I mean, gonna get his bag. He gonna be the center over in the Philippines. Hopefully, work his way to being the damn president. This is a nice bag to go over there to feed your peoples, right? And this is a nice fight to go out on because on the simple factor of if you lose, right, you fought in a whole different era. You fought the young beast that was the number one cat at the division. So it's no need to hold your head down. You still gonna get praised as a warrior, right? The first thing they're gonna say is he did what many we did what Floyd Mayweather wouldn't do. Floyd Mayweather fight YouTubers while Manny Pacquiao fighting real fighters. So we gonna have that on this belt. They gonna give him that, right? But if he win, then you go out on top, becoming a unified champion, beating arguably the hottest name, in the welterweight division, one of the biggest stars in boxing, Errol Spence Jr. So that just add on to your resume. So Manny Pacquiao is in a win-win situation. No matter what goes down, win, lose, or draw, he's in a win-win situation. You feel me? And he's ready to walk. He's ready to lead the game alone. He's tired of this shit. Right? He still got the love for it right now, but Pacquiao is tired of this shit. He's tired of these training camps, getting ready for these young bulls. He really wanted Mayweather in a rematch. He really thought he would have got Mayweather over on the Al Heyman side, able to fill up his coffers, knowing he can keep all the money now, knowing the money he made with Mayweather the first time, and how much he got to keep with paying Bob Erm and everybody else that got their hands in his pockets, compared to a second time if you fight Money Mayweather, and how much of the revenue you'll keep with being with Al Heyman. But it didn't turn out that way. You beat Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather still didn't give you the fight, so you had to fight Keith Thurman. Now you come back off a 2-year layoff and you fight Earl True Spence Jr. That's what happened to come fucking with these PPC boys, right? And Floyd ain't giving nobody the luxury to take that over from him. Nobody. That's why he's able to do what he do right now. Now it ain't at Dallas Stadium. It's in Las Vegas. That's why Floyd's able to do what he can do right now. Go out there and fight these YouTubers. Logan Paul make upwards to $100 million beating on a fucking YouTuber. Because that owes everything to Floyd Money Mayweather. And he earned that position. It ain't like he just got it, but Floyd earned that position. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they went with Manny Pacquiao. But now, like I say, he's facing Earl True Spence Jr., man. Something that we didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a possibility, but I was really set on Ubers. I think we all were set on you, Dennis Ubers. I think if anybody come out here and say they had Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence going up in August, I ain't believing it. I ain't believing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all damn sure didn't see. I thought Pacquiao was gonna fight maybe Mikey. Maybe Mikey Garcia. Or somebody that he can make some money against and get the fuck on so he got on the W. But you gotta give Pacquiao credit. You gotta give him credit. He's fighting Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Earl got the big fight. When I had Melanated Royalty was going down. When I had Evo Spence on my show, Earl's sister, I just got to talking to her. She predicted it. I ain't gonna lie. She said she wanted to see her brother fight Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good fight, but I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. So she showed this hit me up talking about, I told you I'm a psychic. So she called it down. John Kramer was going down, fam. SWAT Texas was going down. Salute facts. It's a big fight for Spence. Crawford looking crazy. I ain't just gonna say he looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put that on him right now. But to say he's not feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying? I'll be lying. I'll be lying because you gotta think about it, bro. You go through all this shit. The big announcement, right? Like that was so fucking embarrassing, bro. That was so embarrassing. Like Bob Erm just embarrassed the fuck out of Bud Crawford. The big announcement will be set this week, right? And we all sitting up there. My brother John Kramer. Thank you so much for the donation, my brother. Much love, much appreciated, fam. Appreciate that, my brother. I remember the last time I seen a damn cash out come through. You feel me? But nonetheless, fam, right? He know that he supposed to have that fight. He supposed to have the fight, and that big announcement and all that shit. We like, and I thought it was gonna be Pacquiao. I thought it was gonna be Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's gonna be Manny Pacquiao. He got Pacquiao. Started out of this, started out of that, right? And I look up, and Bob Erm saying they pulled out. Mike Rhymes say Earl fooled us all when he said no belt, no fight, but better fight with Ugas or just big take the belt. I'm scared of Keith to have a belt. He'll be acting just like Crawford blocking. Nah, Keith get the belt from Ugas, he'll fight Earl. If Keith get the belt from Ugas, he'll fight Earl. Keith understand what's going on now in this game. He know this game is moving. This game is moving, and it's gonna move with or without his ass. He want to get his biggest paycheck. Fight Crawford if you want to be great. The money will come. Ask Canelo. Oh, he's still gonna have an opportunity to fight Crawford. Tell Crawford to fight Earl if you want to be great. Bud looking real silly right now. Hey, Manny, I haven't confirmed this, but I've heard Pac petition the WBA to be reinstated as a full champ. He is champ, and it's supposed to be champ in recess. That might be for the WBA too. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Coach, what's going down, Coach? We will see, bro. All I'm gonna say is this, fam. Errol got that bitch. You know, a lot of people gonna be like, oh, well, he said he wanted undisputed. Like, I'm already seeing people making posts and things like that. He said he wanted undisputed. How can you want undisputed and Pacquiao ain't got a belt? You know, look, I wanted you Dennis Ugas. I'm on record saying I want Errol to get this third scrap. I want the full court press on Bud in this going into the fall or the winter time. But business is business, family. Business is business, right? Errol seen an opportunity. Manny Pacquiao came back to the table. You're not gonna pass up Manny Pacquiao too many times, bro. Exactly. It's chess, not checkers, man. You're not gonna pass up on Pacquiao too many times, especially when you really got the opportunity to get in that bitch. I'm trying just to see Errol mash Bud. This shit needs to happen to shut all them Bud fans the fuck up, like my brother Manny say. You feel me? What's going down, man? That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. But right now, it's a big move for ESJ. It's a big move, bro, because if he win, it put him on a high pedestal. Regardless if people like it or not, it puts him on a higher pedestal. He is forcing Bud to the table. Nah, this is the thing, Melanated Royalty. He's not worrying about Bud now. Bud has no choice. You understand what I'm saying? Bud can make it sound good. His team can make it sound good. They can say Errol Spence is behind him all they want to. That fight is behind him. He don't want it no more. Da this, da that. If Errol go beat Pacquiao and still come back and double back and get that motherfucking title, right, in a fall time, right, it's still gonna be right up on the table because he don't want to fight Errol this year. Bud do not want to fight Errol this year, bro. And if he waiting to fight in September, he's not going to fight Errol in December. He's not going to fight Errol in December, bro. So Errol looking at it like this: I can get Pacquiao right now, and then I can go still. If Dennis Ugas the champ or somebody else the champ, I can double back and get that fight in the fall time. I can double back, get it in the fall time, and then, as sad as it sounds, 2022, we'll be looking to see if we can get undisputed. You know what I'm saying? We'll be looking to see if we can get undisputed, bro. This man say that's why Canelo is a GOAT and Spence a cherry pick. Man, you sound dumb as hell right now. Bud lost in this. Spence is scared of Crawford easy. Errol is making A+ career moves. Big facts, bro. Big facts. A+ moves, bro. And this only gonna make him even bigger. It's gonna make him even bigger, bro. Because like I say, wait a minute, that's all we want to. It ain't nothing no more. I was wondering what Errol was trying to say when he said better luck next time with the little handshake thing. So he coming back for the scrap. He coming back for the scrap, bro. Right now, like I say, it's business, dog. It's business. And Manny Pacquiao do make business sense. Regardless if people like it or not. Manny Pacquiao makes business sense. Bud name can't ring no bells after the Pac-Man fight and getting Ugas. Spence legacy fight Pacquiao Crawford legacy fight. Spence legacy fight Pacquiao Crawford legacy fight. Spence legacy fight is Canelo. Crawford legacy fight is Errol Spence. Feel me? Of course you gotta blame Bob, bro. Of course you gotta blame Bob. Who else you gonna blame? Well, no. Let me take that back. Yeah, for Spence saying. But no, I'm putting blame Bob and Crawford. But Barr wasn't paying him, dog. He wasn't paying him. And Bud should have been knew he wasn't paying him, bro. He should have been knew that shit. But he stuck around and stuck around, thinking that shit was gonna happen. And Bob Earn give a damn about him, dog. Bud needs to put that bag up for Ugas and get that belt, or it could be still a 60-40 split. He ain't gonna chase that bitch. He ain't gonna chase it, bro. I'm thinking so, John Kramer. Watch the WBA make Manny the super champion since he fighting Spence. They ain't missing out on them sanctioning fees. Everybody keeps saying that. We gonna find out. You gotta remember now, they took the regular from Ugas and gave it to Jamal James. They made Dennis Ugas the super champion. So it's gonna be some shit in the water if they try to do that, bro. So I really don't know too much. I don't think that's gonna happen. Just me. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna take that title from Ugas. Is it a possibility? Yes. Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? We just have to wait and see. But I don't know if they really want to do that or not, bro. But big opportunity for Errol Spence. Huge opportunity for Errol Spence to capitalize on. You gotta go out there and be on this shit. You gotta be on this shit. Exactly, Melanated Royals. I don't really see it. I really don't. That's gonna be That's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much because I don't think Uga's going without a fight, just giving up the title like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going without a fight. So they'll have to do a little bit more than just try to strip him for the title. But we will see. We will see. All I'm gonna say is this: Errol Spence is in the fucking driver's seat. The boy is getting blessings after blessings after blessings. I mean, you fight Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on now. That's you, knockout. If it ain't for the belt, you don't like the fight. That's you. I can't knock you. But I'm gonna say this: I wanted you, Dennis Ugas, right? I wanted Earl to fight Dennis Ugas. I wanted him to get that third scrap. Dennis Ugas is not a better fighter than Manny Pacquiao, right? The only reason that made Dennis Ugas appealing was the scrap. You feel me? And he can bang a little bit. He can bang a little bit. But when you talk about a Manny Pacquiao fight, bro, you just can't pass up on a Pacquiao fight like it's just nothing. You understand what I'm saying? As much as I want to Ugas as well, you got to think logic. Errol Spence sitting up there, he talking to Al Heyman. Al Heyman letting them know, man, listen, this is an opportunity. Devin Blocker, my brother, what's going down, champ? Right, this is an opportunity that you want, that's only going to come not too many times, sir. This is Manny Pacquiao we're talking about. Now, I can make this Dennis Ugas fight happen, and they can still be there in the fall time, or you can come on over here and get this Pacquiao fight, right? Get this motherfucking money, get this recognition on pay-per-view, raise your stock even more. Go put on a hell of a performance against the 8th Division World Champion, future Hall of Famer, walking legend, right? Because he is a walking legend out of the Filipinos. Manny Pacquiao is a fucking icon. He's an icon. That's why people willing to put up $50 million to bring him to their fucking country to fight. You can go take this guy out, get that bag, right? Big ass bag. Still be unified champion. Still be in position to do what you want to do early 2022. Early 2022. You feel me? Early 2022. Why would he take the belt if they gave it to Pac? Gotta have some integrity. Beat both. No argument. Why would he take the belt if they gave it to Pac? I don't get what you mean, big truck and trap star. As y'all pay, that's what I'm thinking, bro. They can say since he's fighting the top fighter, he gets his belt back. They ain't missing out on them sanctioning fees. Every sanctioning body's gonna want it. We go see. We want to see. We want to see. With or without that belt, we know one thing: it's a big fucking fight. With or without the belt, you know what I mean? The belt will be interesting. It will be very interesting. You know what I mean? It'll be very interesting. But at the same time, at the same time, right? Manny Pacquiao he's the name. He's the name. He's the man to beat. He's the name. He's the man to beat. You gotta think about it. Manny Pacquiao was gonna do wonders for Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. He was gonna do wonders for Terrence Bud Crawford. If Bud would have got that fight, I see Errol stopping Manny and then beating Ugas for the three. Crawford will still be ducking. All right, Crawford talking about the fight is behind him and shit. He don't want the fight. You know what I'm saying? He don't want the fight. He's talking all this and talking all that. Let me send Kwame this link. He talking this and talking that. I'm gonna drop it in the check, Kwame. Hold on. Drop this deal in the chat. It's in the chat, Kwame. It's been a lit ass week though. Boxing is on fire. Yes, sir. Man, I told people boxing one dead, bro. I told them boxing one dead. People just scared. That's all. Spence should fight Ugas regardless. Is what I'm trying. Is what I'm saying. Can't really hold your nuts if they took the belt back from Ugas. Gotta have integrity. But if they took the belt back from Ugas and they give it to Pacquiao, then no, you don't have to fight Ugas. You don't have to. That ain't holding nuts or nothing. But people gonna want to see undisputed. Now, if you can't get the fight with Terrence Bud Crawford, and in the fall time Ugas is there, then you explore the opportunity. But if it's undisputed is there, then shit, you shouldn't wait. Right, Spence is going for undisputed, so why would he be fighting Pac? I believe Pac is getting his belt back. I don't know, we'll see. We just have to see. Like I say, Manny Pacquiao is the name, he's the gold, he's the bag, you know. Yeah, I seen him, coach. He ain't been playing with cats. Yeah, they've been trying to call Kwame crazy, but Kwame ain't been playing with cats. And we'll see, because if they script Ubers or the super, they got to get him back to regular. So, I mean, they take the regular from Jamal James and give it back to Ubers. It's going to be a lot of shit going on with that situation, bro. So, it ain't just going to be easy as y'all think. It ain't just easy. Oh, he fighting somebody, take the WBA, give it back to Pat. You know what I'm saying? But is it a possibility? It is. It is a possibility. But nonetheless, man, we know Catch for the hate on this fight. We know cats gonna try to come out the woodwork. Like I said, I'm already seeing quotes and posts of people shitting on Earl, talking about oh this, that, and the third. But these the same people. When Terrence Bud Crawford was for the sound to fight Manny Pacquiao, was jumping for joy, had a 999 that face on. They was jumping for joy, saying 999 now. Blood and bone was going down. Saying 999 now. Right? Fuck Earl Spence, he's a bitch. Go fight Manny Pacquiao. You don't need Earl Spence. Manny Pacquiao is this, Manny Pacquiao is that. And now all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao is old. Why is Earl fighting him? Oh, he said he wanted undisputed. Well, guess what? Crawford said he wanted undisputed as well, family. You understand what I'm saying? Crawford said he wanted undisputed as well. Last time I checked, Manny Pacquiao didn't have a belt when he was fit to fight him. Am I right or am I wrong? So everything is always good for Bud, but when it comes to Earl, it's always something different. That's the shit that I just don't get, dog. That's what I just don't get. And I wanted fucking Earl and Ugas, and I wanted Bud to get Pacquiao, and I was giving Bud 100% credit for Manny Pacquiao. You feel me? 100% credit. So I'm damn sure giving Earl 100% credit. Damn sure giving him 100% credit. No matter how y'all want to slice it and dice it, Manny Pacquiao just came off with a big ass win over Keith Thurman. Big ass win. That was his last win, no matter how long it was ago. Big win, becoming the WBA Super World Champion, defeating the undefeated Keith Thurman, dropping him in the first round. So Pac is still a little dangerous. Pacquiao is still a little dangerous, family. This is the hottest fight in boxing. All of a sudden, Vegas going to be lit. Hell yeah, take Errol Spencer, Manny Pacquiao to Vegas, bro. Come on now. Come on now. I'm not mad he fighting Manny. I'm mad that these Bud fans still want to have a voice. Oh, it's all good. I ain't really worried about it. Bud is going to have to change his name to Cornball if he not involved. If he not involved, office right now, screaming for the Ugas fight. If he not involved, office right now, screaming for the Ugas fight. Like I said, he's just a prospect. Kwame, what's going down, bro?
Probably, man. Manny, it's a great day today.
Man, chilling like a villain. Chilling like a villain. We got good news, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I've been on Team Crawford helmet all afternoon. All afternoon, man. It's a great day, man. It goes to show that, in order to make fights, you don't have to talk about foreign investors. You don't have to talk about all these other things on the outside. You just keep it quiet and you get the business done. And I'm real happy that this went down this way. The other thing is that in this situation, it goes back to two things that I like here. Errol Spence stating that he wanted certain fights, and these are the fights he's getting, and Al Heyman is able to produce what he wants. Where on the flip side, quote unquote, on the other side of the street, we've seen nothing but a lot of excuses and a lot of hate and propaganda and promises that have never really manifested to much of anything. So this is a huge win for Team Spence, for PBC, for Manny Pacquiao. This is a huge win. Huge win.
Big time, big time. Coach K was going down, man. Pacquiao ain't KOing nothing, bro. Bud need to fight one of these top welterweights now. Forget fighting tomorrow night's winner. I want Earl to get the belt. Manny shouldn't have dropped the belt. LeVon Down was going down. Crawford is waiting for a 140 pounder. So who was Bud want to fight? Shit, that's the $1 million question. I mean, last time come back, we had the big announcement.
Yeah,
We see how that shit turned out. So
yeah, man. And that's exactly why I'm on a helmet because
I mean,
you
that's
know
let me say that's like I said earlier, for me. That's just so embarrassing, bro.
it
That's,
is.
that's embarrassing, bro. For that man to come out and announce a big fight, and it supposed to be Manny Pacquiao. Everybody was set on Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, I was happy. I was happy that Bulls getting Manny Pacquiao. I felt like he chased the man for so long. You fucking deserve the fight. Just for him to turn around and say, nope, it ain't happening once again, bro.
Yeah,
7 years in the making. Seven
yeah,
years in the making, bro. And still say no to his ass.
yeah. And it's interesting, man, because in my group all afternoon, you're hearing people from Team Crawford blaming it on Al Heyman. Said Al Heyman blackballed him and all these things. He's blackballing Terrence
You know, you
Crawford.
know, you know. Bernie said the same shit. I had to go up on Bernie ass. How the
You know,
fuck is Al blackballing Terrence Crawford, bro?
I mean, first off, like the easiest way to debunk that is just to ask one question: why did Bob Arum openly state that he killed the Terrence Crawford Manny Pacquiao fight in 2015? If he would have just made that fight, paid Manny Pacquiao that 20 million he asked for back then, and Crawford, I believe, would have beat him, this wouldn't even be going on. He would be the master of his own destiny when it comes to uh, his boxing career and opponents. He'd be the cash cow. He'd be like Canelo Alvarez, and how everyone's chasing him for a payday. Everyone would be chasing Bud for a payday. So, I mean, at some point, it's like they gotta start drinking that Kool-Aid that Aram is selling them. Like at some point, they just have to stop and take responsibility for their business decisions. And
Facts.
the other part of it that really annoys me as well is that after Bud's last fight, Aram threw him under the bus after that win. He threw that man under the bus, and you still are drinking the Kool-Aid of this guy. It's like you have been in this situation for so many years. When do you leave? It's like being in a relationship with a crazy woman who call the police on you, or hit you with something like that. But you so used to it, then y'all make up and have makeup sex, and you right back there again. And it's like you're so used to the situation. Like there's better out there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coach. Oh man, I just try not to entertain stuff, but look. At this point, we can't say that anyone ducked Terrence Crawford because I'm responding to Coach K because you know every time there's a fight that's supposed to be made, there's some excuse. There's a money excuse. It's everyone else's fault for some reason. It's Porter's fault. One of the things that people never seem to give an answer to is when this alleged $1 million was offered to Porter. Jerron Ennis said he'd take the $1 million. And he'd be happy to take the $1 million and make a fight. But at this point in the game, they're looking at 140-pound fighters. I'm waiting on a 140-pound fighter because this is what Top Rank has in store for them. And I don't know, man. I mean, this guy, listen, I may troll his fan base, but I have a lot of respect for Bud Crawford as an actual fighter, as an actual person, like just as a black man,
No
as an
doubt.
actual person, and 33 years old is not young in the fighting game. It's like you sitting there and you wasting your career away, and the only thing that really makes me upset about his situation is that he's always, or he and his team are always blaming Spence and Al for their problem, and their problem is the person they're with. It's obvious, there are two huge. Like, how long do you bet on a loser? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened today? What happened this week with the arbitration with Wilder? and Fury. Another big win for PBC. While you have Fury comes out and announces the day before the arbitration ruling that he spoke to an investor or some guy from Saudi Arabia, and the fight was a go. And the very next day, we hear a completely different story in the arbitration. And you watch Fury come over here, and they treat him like a king, right? And then
$100 million deal right off the bat.
right, and then you run, and then you treat the guy who has pretty much held down your entire stable in terms of the fighters in his weight class, helping Shakur Stevenson out, sparring with him and making him better in training, helping Jamel Herring out, training and getting ready for the Carl Froch match. You know,
Paul Frampton.
Frampton, correct. Helping Maurice Hooker as much as he could. Investing in all of these guys under the Top Rank banner and putting his energy into these guys. And at the end of the day, he gets the short end of the stick. You know, and the only reason I go in is because of the disdain and the misplaced anger towards EJ and his people. Because EJ and his people have nothing to do with what is happening over there.
That's what I say. Let me say that's what I say. You can't sit around and right, like you're saying, you letting the next man career dictate your career. That's what I'm saying about fucking the same with Andrade and Charlo. Fight each other. Quit waiting for a fucking Canelo fight. You gonna let a whole nother man career dictate your career? You gonna sit your place on the sideline waiting for this man, or you gonna use every excuse in the book on why you fighting this fighter and this fighter because this guy won't fight you when it's good fucking fights out there that you can make your name against. The same fighters that Errol Spence built his name off of. It's the same fighters you can fight to build your name off of. Ain't nothing changed. Those fighters ain't no slouch, ain't no bums, and none of that shit. It's just when these fickle ass fans and these dumb motherfuckers who don't really know shit about boxing coming around talking about, oh, Quarter's a bum. Oh, Danny's washed up. Oh, Keith Thurman is this. But these are the names that you need on your resume. Because who you gonna fight after you fight Errol Spence? When you fight Errol Spence, is it over?
Right.
After they fight Canelo. They fight Canelo, is it over? But now the tendency is sitting up there, bro, trying to get the big fish, right? And if you can't hook them, you become your own fucking big fish. Now, Porter already came out to answer Coach K question. Porter already came out and said Bud didn't want to fight. Kenny Porter already came out and said Bud didn't want to fight. They went into the fucking office and Bob Arm said we're not making the deal. Bud pissed off in his ego, right? He pissed off in his ego because Sean Porter said he wanted to fight in a fucking people's eye. He pissed off about that. And you got Sean Porter out here apologize. Oh, I should have went behind
about it differently and all that.
Said that you ain't said nothing disrespectful. It ain't like you call Bud a bitch like they do on Earl Spence. It ain't like you call him a hoe. You ain't like you was out there talking about he's ducking you. He don't want to fight you. All you said is let's fight. And he get all in his little feelings. Oh, you still stand back because you trying me now. But yet he said if his business don't go through with Manny Pacquiao, he will be visiting the Sean Porter fight. Right? He will be visiting the Sean Porter fight. You ain't heard shit about them visiting the Sean Porter fight.
Right.
Nothing. You ain't heard about no offers getting sent to Sean Porter. You ain't heard about Bob Erb coming out saying his name or none of that shit. So y'all can miss us with the bullshit. Y'all can try to make all these excuses. Oh, Porter dug Bud. Oh, Earl asked for this. This is what I hate, Kwame. This is shit I hate, right? Porter asked for more money, right? Am I wrong?
What's wrong with that? It's business.
Wait a minute. Keith Thurman asked for more money, right? Am I wrong?
Right.
Danny Garcia asked for more money, right?
Right.
And they tell us, oh, they need to just take what's given to them. They need to be quiet. They ain't no champions. But when we say Bud need to take the 60-40 and he asking for more money, how the fuck y'all go tell Bud what to ask for? That man know what he's worth. That man is this, he's that. On one end, they don't want us to tell Bud to take 60-40, but on the other end, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia need to shut the fuck up and take what Bob Arm offered, which is $1.2 million. He can't even offer these motherfuckers $3 to $4 to $5 million to get him in the ring, knowing that shit go generate. But he don't have that much fucking faith in Terrence Crawford to put him in the ring with these dudes because he feel like he gonna lose money.
Right.
He feel like he gonna lose money, bro. When we look at this situation, like I say, he don't even want to put the money up for the Pacquiao fight.
Right.
$20 million, but Al Heyman putting it up.
Right.
Al Heyman putting it up. He got 20 for Bronner, he got 20 for fucking Thurman, and now he gonna get 20 plus for Errol Spence.
Right.
But he could have been gave Crawford that 20 plus. But what it is, Kwame, Bob Arm, he knew Bud would have beat Pacquiao. He was hoping for that money. He was hoping for that Pacquiao Mayweather too as well.
Two, right.
He didn't want that money to get fucked up. No way,
Yep.
no how. He
Yep.
didn't give a fuck.
Yep.
But Bud, B&B Box was going down. But Bud
Salute.
decided to sign back to Top Rank.
Facts.
Bud the one that said Bob was trying to make the fights happen. Bomac is the one that said that's just Bob being Bob. You know what I mean? It ain't us. Don't get pissed off at us. And then y'all say, "Oh, blame Bob." No, we're not gonna blame Bob because they not blaming Bob. They not gonna blame him. Right? If they not gonna
Facts.
blame him, we not gonna blame him. If they not gonna point the finger and say, "Well, Bob didn't make this happen to make that happen," why the fuck should we point the finger at Bob and say why Bob didn't make? No, we gonna blame Crawford. We gonna blame the man who is the elephant, right?
Right.
Because he the one came out of his mouth saying, "Oh, the promoters work for us. We don't work for them. If you want a fight to get made, the fight's going to get made." I'm on
Facts.
Keon show, B&B. This ain't me. This Keon. This everything boxing, bro. If I want the fight to get made, it's gonna get made, right? So why not make the Sean Porter fight? If you wanted to get made, it's gonna get made. You know you
Right.
want to get Errol Spence. Y'all keep talking about he waiting on the winner, Josh Taylor and Ramirez. He's not going to make more money with a Josh Taylor and Ramirez than he'll make with a Sean Porter or a Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman. You feel me?
Facts.
But the thing is this: Bob know you can get him that 1.2, and they're gonna be happy with the shit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, bro, Earl got his situation going. Earl business is straight. You know what I mean? Earl got the best motherfucking team in the business. And Terrence Boyd Crawford need a better team. You need to leave and go to PBC. Or just become your own promoter. Get a joint promotion company going or promote your goddamn self.
Yeah.
But I don't think he believes in himself that much.
You know what? I
Nah,
don't.
Sheena, nah, Sheena, he's not top rank, love. He's with PBC right now. He left top rank. He been left top
Yeah.
rank.
Yeah. Yep.
He
Yep.
been left top rank. Sheena. The first fight was with Adrian Bronner with
Broner.
PBC.
Right. Broner. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I would agree with you, Monty, on the last part. If I hadn't seen them make such poor business decisions up to now, to say that they should go on their own, because from what it seems like to me is that uh, Aram's philosophy and doctrine has brainwashed them so much that it's like they believe that stuff like it's true. You know what I'm saying? And if they go off on their own, they're gonna probably go off on their own, bitter about how things was at top rank for them, and then still bitter against PBC. And I think they just need to swallow their pride and just go over there, because a lot of times what you think a situation it may not be what you think it's going to be. You know, uh, big time they should have tried to have made a fight with uh, Keith Thurman. Making a fight with Keith Thurman would have really put a big splash in the welterweight division. I mean, especially if you could stop him, which I don't think would have happened. But a lot of us wanted to see, but in a situation where the other person actually has a chance of winning the fight. Not saying that they are going to win the fight, but just saying not someone who's just always such a huge underdog. And Porter, that would have been a nice fight. And at some point, if all of us, for some reason, you can't make a fight with anyone, we can't keep just blaming everyone else. The common denominator in a fight's not getting made is you, because these other guys is fighting people. We have to start with this. Everyone's ducking someone. I mean, people are fighting. If the money is there, people are gonna fight. This is boxing. This is prize fighting. I mean, people are fighting Canelo. The money is there. And instead of you sitting around and talking about 50-50, or this person's career is little and this, that, and the third, like, if you want to act like Spence ain't even there, you got to handle your business with other opposition as if you a cash cow. If you demanding 50-50 from someone else, it should be a big money fights. Keith Thurman and him is a big money fight. I mean, especially Keith Thurman just came off a pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao that was very successful.
You gotta think about it. None of them dudes beat Keith Thurman yet. Only Pacquiao.
Only Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. But you want to you want to posture and be like, oh, this guy is, what does this mean? He lost to this guy or whoever. But, we didn't hear, who is Mean Machine. He just drew with Ray Robinson, a guy that Dennis Ugas, who really don't have the heaviest hands in the welterweight division, stopped, but, there's always some type of excuse. Oh, that's our mandatory. But he didn't have to activate his mandatory to get the fight, though. you know what I'm saying? Porter got to activate his mandatory, or we got a low ball, and to me, it's just old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real old seeing the same pattern. Whether whoever side you side with, like, okay, I side with Spence, and we're talking about Spence Crawford, hypothetically. If you say you side with Spence or you side with Crawford to actually win the fight, if they ever met up and fought, you got to put that part to the side. you gotta put that stuff to the side, and you had to call a spade on the reason why the fights aren't being made. You can't base your opinion because you chose one person to win the fight. You have to look at the facts, man. And I think it's a waste that this guy Crawford has to wait for the winner of Ramirez and Taylor. I mean, I think it's a waste.
140 pounders at that.
Yeah, right. 140 pounders.
Let me say this, man. I'm sorry to stop.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I know what people are gonna say, right? And shouts out to my bro Keith for blessing me with the platform. You feel me? But you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say oh, it was good for Errol to fight a 135 pounder,
right?
Coming right up. But when we look at the situation, we talking about at the time Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, Errol didn't have motherfuckers gunning for him to make a fight like Bud got. You see what I'm saying? Errol didn't have that fighter, so he was still looking for a big time fight. Mikey Garcia way more accomplished than the fucking Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Way more accomplished. So don't try to play that card on us. Don't try to play that card. Which I'm not pissed off at the Josh Taylor and Ramirez winner, but it's just you don't sit back and wait for a fight like that, knowing that you got bigger fights at 147. That's just me. Right. Go ahead, Juan.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that is like we have to hold at some point we gotta hold a person accountable who's making fights for you. I mean, at the end of the day, they're doing a poor job. Even if, let's just say hypothetically, even if so-called all these people you claim are ducking you, right? It's their job. When you hire someone, it's their job to live up to the aspects and the qualities of what their job description is. Bob Arum's job is to make this guy fights. That's his job. He's supposed to make fights for you. He's supposed to make big fights for you. And I don't understand, me personally, I don't understand how you stay with someone who has the nerve to come out to the public and tell the public that he killed the biggest fight possibly in your career that could have turned you into a boxing superstar. Right? Right after you became undisputed at 140 and your ESPN Fighter of the Year and all this stuff going on, and you could have been tossed into a Manny Pacquiao fight, and if you'd have just paid if they'd have just paid Manny Pacquiao and you'd have beat him, then he would have got the torch passed to him, even if Manny Pacquiao would have lost. But what it goes to show you is that Bob Arum does things in the best interest for Bob Arum and not his fighters. That's what it show you. And at some point, they got to wake up and see that. I can't believe that they don't see that. I mean, it has to be, more that's going on than what we see on the surface. It gotta be more than that. Because I remember Arum had came out and said something to the effect that he had Terrence Crawford locked up for the rest of his fight career at one point. So I think because for some reason it's like I have this energy towards Al Haym and all these other people, but we've never heard Al Heyman ever come out. He don't even talk in the public, but we never heard him come out and say anything negative about Terrence Crawford ever. We never heard Leonard Ellerby come out and say negative stuff about Terrence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather. Even Floyd Mayweather, the BPC likes to say, well, even Floyd said that Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter over Errol, right? So we've never heard anything negative from these guys, right? But because the fights can't happen, then when they can't get their way, or the person who's handling the business comes back to them with a story, then it's blamed on these other guys. It's blamed on the other side. At some point, they got to wake up and say that Bob Arum has failed us. Okay, listen. They got to get over the fact that when Bud was signed to whoever it was, and Cameron Duncan or whoever it was in the past, and he wasn't getting fights, and he fought sparred Timothy Bradley, and he got Top Rank took him on or whatever. That shit is old. Yep. You don't did everything that you needed to do for this man. You done made him money, plenty of money, and he done got you some belts and notoriety. But right now, you gotta look out for you. You're 33 years old.
This the time when nothing but money should count. Like nothing but big fights should count. Like when you set in stone for the Hall of Fame, bro. Mad Chad, what's going down? What's going down, OG? Well, you set in stone for the Hall of Fame already, as you like to bring up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a Hall of Famer. There's people. Oh, Bud's a Hall of Famer. Then you shouldn't be worried about shit but generational wealth from here on out.
Facts.
The biggest fights are the biggest fights are the biggest fights, bro. Errol Spence is your biggest fucking payday. That's your biggest payday. And you just let it walk away like it ain't shit.
Right.
Canelo and like Pacquiao finna be Errol Spence's biggest payday right now. Errol Spence. Well, he still got another big payday with
Canelo.
Right. So y'all talking about this, that, and the third. Oh, well, Bud is set for this, Bud is set for that. Okay, we just gonna see when both of them going to the Hall of Fame, because Bud going and Errol going as well. We just gonna look at the records and we gonna see who the better fighter was, bro. They taking that 3 division, undisputed. They let that shit go to their head, which, like I say, it's hell of a, like, I'm not going to take that away.
Right.
Hell of an accomplishment, the pinnacle of the sport. That's the shit. To get undisputed in one division, I give but all the credit in the world. But you still fighting. It ain't over.
Right.
The game ain't over. You go to 147 to somebody else's territory, right? You coming up to somebody else's territory, and you just expect things supposed to be handed to you. Oh, well, since I did this at 140, I'm supposed to do this. No, it don't work like that, bro. You got world champions at 147, the motherfucker's name just as big as yours or even bigger, and you got to earn your spot. You got to earn that shit. You feel me? And Bud ain't earned no fucking 50% against Errol Spence, bro, and no 147, because that's where he campaigned at. And I asked him, okay, well, if Bud was all this, right, y'all say because of the belts is why he deserved that shit. Well, why the fuck then Julius Zadago get 50-50 against Terrence Bud Crawford?
Right.
And he a fucking unified champion.
Right.
So at the end of the day, bro, Bud understand clearly what's going on. He understands what's going on. He knows what's going on. That tweet he put out where you're going to be remembered for ducking me, right? Only thing you're going to be remembered for is ducking Terrence Bud Crawford talking to Errol Spence. That shit was personal, and Bud is on a mission of, I'm going to make sure this dude don't be, if I can help it, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he don't get a shot at undisputed.
That's sad though, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad.
But that's what define Errol Spence's career, because that's what they banking on.
Right.
If he gonna fight Terrence Bud Crawford, he gonna be motherfucker. He fight Manny Pacquiao and he fight Canelo Alvarez. What the fuck can you say?
Yeah, I mean that's really sad, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say in regards to what the hell they doing over there. What makes it look bad is when they had Bernie come out and say all of these things too. Like, it's like because it's like you want to give Bud the benefit of the doubt that maybe he's doing something different, but that these guys like Bernie are only going to say stuff that he allows them to say. So it shows that this is the frame of mind and the thinking that is going on over there. And it's like, man, their minds are poisoned. It's like, Oh, what was he saying? Oh, the black man is the one
Here
who
you
he's.
go. Oh, the black man, right? When we
Mm-hmm.
got when Errol Spence is black, right? Keith Thurman is black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sean Porter is black, right? Al
Mm-hmm.
Heyman is black, right? And
Floyd is black.
they all want to tear down. They all want to tear down Bud. They're not doing nothing up there, Bud. They're not trying to help him. And Al Heyman, if you really want to help him, why you don't ban him out his contract? Why you don't ban? Why the fuck am I banning him out his
His
contract?
job.
You gotta do exactly like these dudes are on PVC, bro. Last time I checked, like what the fuck is she talking about? Bud has the power to get them fights. You feel me? He has
Right.
the power to get them fights. So how do he need help from them when he over here got more power than Danny, than Sean, than Thurman at the moment to have Bud go put them in a position to fight. So it's like that dude just be talking out his ass, bro. He just be talking, bro. But his
Yeah.
ass, he won't come on his panel. He gonna talk all that shit, but he ain't gonna bring his ass on his panel.
Yeah, man. It's but you know what? On the flip side, man, it's a great day. You know, it's a great day. Fight happening in Vegas. You know, and you know what's awesome is that when 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 Earl announced a fight, or when you hear anything about Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence fighting, you know, Manny Pacquiao is also saying it as well. If you noticed, through all of this shit that was going on with Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or whatever, and Manny Pacquiao, but there was not one time Manny Pacquiao addressed any of that shit in his social media, not once. Actually, the only time, the closest thing to Manny Pacquiao uh, saying anything was when Sean Gibbons himself said that it was completely false.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Man, salute the Mad Chad for the super chat from my boy Key. Say Spence versus Pac Man with the hand. Yes, sir, Mad Chad. Mad Chad rap for Earl Spence. And I rock with Mad Chad. Hit me.
Salute to you, man, Chad. Yeah. So, uh, again, it's a wonderful day, man, and like I said, in my group, I've been on their helmet all afternoon since I got to Trayvon Crawford. What he did for the last couple of days, he was coming in and asking where was the announcement.
Baby Crawford. I remember.
Baby Crawford, and then he said, Where's who Earl fighting? Where's the announcement?" And then he's the one who comes on the page and reports the fight and says that Earl's gonna lose to Manny.
I
You
know that
know,
shit had hurt his little soul.
yeah. I told him. I said, "Bro, we don't. Thanks for reporting the announcement, but when you gonna report y'all announcement? You know,
Exactly.
you over here reporting everybody else news."
I told you that boy watched Earl Spence more than we do, bro. Trevion Crawford is a big Earl Spence fan. That boy know. And I be saying that from. I'm like, boy, you had a 4-1-1 before we hit it.
For
You know
real,
every goddamn thing right now, don't you, boy?
for real,
Your ass
man,
wake up thinking of fucking Earl Spence, don't you? What
for
can I
real.
what can I do today to make my uncle look better than Earl? Looking at him. He ain't coming over, John. He ain't coming over. For real though,
Nah,
boy. Like them boys, but they had their 999 that face on Kwame. Even Drico, he over there making posters and shit talking about.
oh, I know.
Yeah, so where Drico is at? Follow him in, Drico.
Yeah, I was gonna put Drake on a hot seat tonight. In my on our channel tonight, we was gonna do
Uh-huh.
something. But since you up on here, I said I'm gonna just hop on here. But yeah, they looking bad. You know. At some point, you just gotta say, "All right, y'all won. All right, you guys was right."
Right.
Just admit it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Just say, "Hey, look, y'all, y'all got this one." You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But
bro.
they don't know how to do that. Now they change the narrative like Coach K. Porter Duck Bud. Oh,
Boy, the Duck Bud.
to Porter Duck Bud is Porter fault that Manny Pacquiao didn't fight. But like, come on, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stop. We gotta stop. At some point, we just gotta stop and call a spade a spade. Uh,
That's
this
real though.
this possibly listen. And it hurts me to say this because Bud is a brother. So outside of all the boxing shit, it's like I always want to see a brother do well, especially in business, especially in something like boxing. Because to me, boxing kind of remind me of the record business. That's why Al Heyman in it. This shit is all unregulated. People just do what they want. They pushing all these crazy ass contracts and fuck you up. And
But do you know who Al Heyman's schools are, bro?
what's that?
Do you know who taught Al Heyman the game though?
Was it that dude that was on that Netflix special? They call him like the Black Godfather.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That nigga was a bad
Bad
motherfucker.
motherfucker. Yeah, I seen
That's
that,
when he
man.
is the Black Godfather.
The Black Godfather. Yeah.
You talking about getting shit done?
Yeah, he was he would get people in the rooms and get deals done.
I'm talking about get deals like
Big deals.
Big. If you want, I'm talking about you got motherfucking the president going up hugging his ass. You feel me?
Yeah.
The everybody calling him, bro. If you want the deal to get done, call him.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, you know, you got these people, you know, you got all these guys now in the UK, they mad at Al Heyman because of the Wilder Fury situation. Nah, you need to be mad at Errol. Why he just didn't honor, you know what I'm saying? Why he just didn't honor what he signed?
Facts, bro.
You know, you signed a rematch clause, and I told people this, and a lot of people, they thought maybe, you know, I was saying something out of pocket, you know, and I said one of the reasons why the Spence Crawford fight probably wasn't going to happen anytime soon was because what they was trying to do with the Wilder Fury. It's like every time we get in the bet with you to do some type of business, you're trying to do some bullshit. Every week, why when it's a big money or a big money fight or something like that, we wind up in court, and then when we wind up in court, you lose in court.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but and I said this before. I said, you know, if Al Heyman wasn't black, would he be the problem? Because only thing he doing is the same shit these motherfuckers been doing. He just do it better. He just smarter than them. He's just smarter than that. It's like the shit is not even. It's not even close. You know, it's one of these situations where if you can't beat them, join them. You know, but you know, Bob. You know, Bob he's super old school. I mean, this guy's pushing 90 years old, so you know he done came up through segregation times and all of that shit, and signing people to bad type of deals and taking advantage of people. For fucking decades.
It's like what Barry Hearn said, Kwame. At once upon a time, these motherfuckers was our slaves.
Slaves, yep.
They did what we tell them to do. They fight how we want them to fight, and we missed the good old days.
Right.
Al Heyman came, and Floyd Mayweather came and revolutionized the game.
Right, and that's what they mad at.
Go. You feel me? Let my people go. Yep. They freed you, motherfucker. That's why I say it don't matter what Floyd do or what y'all say. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman freed the game. So you niggas decide to stay on the motherfucking what's it called? The where the slaves stay at, but they run.
Right.
You niggas decide to stay on that motherfucker. You could have went on over the aisle and had your freedom. You feel me?
Right.
Going up north, but you niggas better stay down south.
The reason
on the south.
And I'm gonna say the reason being what the thing that Al Heyman and Floyd did that was how the way that they actually freed them was through knowledge. It was through knowledge of the business. And that's what they pissed off of about the most is that the PBC guys have gotten a real glimpse of how the business actually works.
Plantation. Thank you, Jay Murray.
Yes.
The plantation. They want to stay on the plantation. But niggas can have their freedom.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kwame.
Yeah, they know how the business works. So there's probably one of the main reasons why those fights don't get made when they're offering guys, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, these deals. These guys have done other deals and they've seen that little money, you know, the 1 million, this or that. And then, you know, when the fight is done and the promoter that Bob Arum took his cut, like Don King, Mike Tyson said one time he looked at his fucking paperwork. Don King charged that nigga $35,000 for some towels.
Dry towels, bro.
Yeah, for towels. You know what I'm saying? For towels, bro.
Go back to that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on now, bro. Like you got a new athlete out here who understand business more, And when they sit at the table with you and you ain't able to take advantage of them the way you taking advantage of the people you got under you, right? Then it's a problem. See, and it's so funny how they contradict themselves. First they say Bob Arum say, "Oh, Al Heyman he pays fighters too much money," right? And then when you go to make these fights, you'll have the same people who side with them say, "Oh, well, 2 million was Porter's biggest payday." Well, if 2 million was Porter's biggest payday, or 2 million was this other person's biggest payday, why in the world did Bob Arum say that Al Heyman paying these guys too much money? So uh, I'm happy. I mean, and I don't know the Crawford thing. It really has me puzzled though, because bro, you seen what Oscar De La Hoya did to get to superstardom. He left. You seen what Floyd Mayweather did. You seen what Cotto did. You see what all of these. You see what Mikey Garcia did. You seen it. You know. Now all of a sudden you want to be loyal to someone and not follow the program. And Floyd had came out and said, Bud should have left a long time ago. But I guess he happy with his situation. I can't talk on his business, but if you're happy with that situation, then you have to stop spewing anger, towards other people, towards the people who are actually decided to go in a different route than you did and are getting the big fights made. So I'm just happy to see what's going to happen, going forward with Spence. Win, lose, or draw, but I don't have him losing to Manny Pacquiao, but I think it's going to be an exciting fight. And I'm also really happy that he's back with Blu-ray. Chief Big Ticket said, Bud not crossing the gun line. You funny as fuck. You funny, man. He said Aaron got them good old boys institutionalized. It's true. It's true, man. And it's like, it's almost like he's like Iceberg Slim or something. Like he's some type of pimp. Like he say shit and they just keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's how I go though, bro. That's the thing with Turnbull Crawford, bro. I don't knock Bud for being the dude that he is, right? Sometimes if you stuck on your ways, you stuck on your ways. That's just human nature, right? But you gotta open your eyes up, bro, and look at the business side of shit. And you gotta be true with yourself. Like these dudes really gotta be real with themselves. When I heard Bernie talking, bro, and I heard Bomac talking, I can tell that shit is rubbing off on Turnbull Crawford. Because when he talk, he speak the shit they say. He don't really speak what he really. This is what I feel, and I'm not saying he don't, but to me, he really don't speak what he really feel, bro. Like when you get to saying the certain shit that I heard Bernie say, because if you saying something, it'll come out fluid. And Bud ain't the best talker. Let's keep it true. He ain't the best talker in the world, right? But when it comes to your business, bro, you gotta have that shit, all your ducks in a row. You gotta really be looking at that shit and understanding what it is. Because 40% of an Errol Spence fight, bro, that's a lot of fucking money. I don't know what the fuck they telling you or what they thinking, right? We look at that situation. Then when we coming out here, we telling Bud he need to fight. Well, we can't tell him who to fight. Like Bomac say, they fight who the fuck they want to fight. That's a fact. But bro, you gotta look at the resumes, and these dudes they discredit these fucking fighters like they just a nobody. Like this dude Bernie was shit on Spence. I mean, sorry, shit on Porter. We want to see him fight Porter. Shit on Danny. We want to see him fight Danny. Shit on Mikey. We want to see him fight Mikey. Shit on Thurman. We want to see him fight Thurman. But he'll sit up here and say that, oh man, Ramirez and Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor, right? These dudes want the fights because they want to fight. Like, what the fuck are you saying, Bernie? These dudes that we name want to fight. Thurman told you he don't need that no $10 million. He came out and said that I don't need 10 million. Porter already said just come with a better deal than the little bullshit you're trying to give us, right? Then you gonna see it wanting extra money. But they not gonna try to make the big fights happen, bro. For whatever reason, I don't fucking know, dog. I don't know. They don't have faith. Like they refuse to point the finger at Bob Earl for whatever reason, bro. They refuse to say Bob was wrong. They like even the fucking dudes would be going there. They refuse to say Bob Earl was wrong, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck it is, what Bob got them boys nuts in the vice grip, or what the fuck he got, bro. But they refuse to point the finger at Bob Earl, bro. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't get it, bro. And Bob, like you say, he could have been made you a fucking superstar by giving you the Pacquiao fight.
A
He could
long
have
time
made you
ago.
a superstar a long time ago.
A long
Took,
time ago.
took the fight off the table twice, bro. Like twice. Taking food out your kid's mouth and taking your stardom away, dog. And
Mm-hmm.
up there still praising this man like he the best thing since sliced bread. Like, we'll see what happens in October. We will see what happens in October, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, based on what's sad about it is based on the opponent lineup that they said Ortiz, Ramirez, and Mikey. That
And
seems
Mikey.
like that seemed like he not going nowhere.
But he said, fuck Mikey. Bernie said, fuck Mikey. He don't want to fight us. Fuck Mikey. Mikey a bitch. Now Mikey's a bitch. But y'all say, y'all put him as one of his hit lists, though. Like, right now, he should be fighting Mikey as we speak, bro. And
Right.
I'm all right with a Mikey Garcia fight. But you shouldn't have to try to fight Mikey after you fight a fucking the winner of Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor because those names aren't bigger than Mikey Garcia. The biggest name out of all them dudes, out of Josh Taylor, out of Jose Ramirez, right, is Mikey Garcia, hands down. And
Mm-hmm.
Mikey say he will fight you. He came out and said he'll fight you. He came out and said he'll fight you, bro. But you're not trying to make that fight happen. You're not trying to make
No.
that fight happen, dog.
No. They just want to have someone to point their fucking finger at, like Tony Montana said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
Someone that they can point their fucking finger at.
And say
You
that's the
know?
bad guy.
Yep, that's the bad guy. Right.
You
You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, like they say, when you pointing at one person, you got three of your fingers pointing back at you. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? So at some point, you got to sit back and accept responsibility for your situation because your situation is your situation. It ain't no one else's situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's your situation. You
Yeah,
know.
that's your
So
business.
that's y'all business. So uh, listen,
And they tell us to shut the fuck up on me because we don't know what's going on. Or y'all don't know.
right, we don't know shit about boxing.
So we just go shut the fuck up.
Right,
We go watch Errol Spence get these big ass fights, right?
right.
4 pay per
Mm-hmm.
views in a row. This little short career. This
Yeah,
little short
his
career.
little career, his little career, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao before you, in his little career, and all he had to do was tell the person in charge of his career that's what he want, and that person in charge of his career didn't say, "I'm worried about Manny Pacquiao's health. I like him so much, I'm worried about his health."
Or I'm looking for investors to invest into this fight.
Yeah, I'm. I mean, this shit is so preposterous, though, bro. It's funny, man. It's like, first of all, why does anyone really want to do business with you in the Middle East when when Manny Pacquiao was trying to fight Amir Khan before the Jeff Horn fight? He threatened to sue these investors in the Middle East. Now all of a sudden everyone in the Middle East want to do business with you after you done threatened to sue motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, Bob Arum is Jewish. The people in the Middle East are Arab, and right now the Middle East and Israel is at war. Why the fuck they want to do business with you? I mean, none of this shit even makes sense if you just sit down and think. It don't. None of it makes sense, bro.
Yeah,
You
Bud.
know.
I mean, Bob, bro. Bob. I don't know. Bob trying to pull them old ass tricks out the hat, and that shit ain't working, man. It's a new wave now. Al Heyman is the wave. Everybody was coming out. Oh, PBC ain't doing this. Oh, Top Rank doing this. The Zone doing this. They not doing nothing. Then they drop with that motherfucking Showtime card. Then they drop them with this motherfucking Fox card. We see Deontay Wilder with Tyson Fury. We see Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Like, y'all better quit playing with Al Heyman, bro. We see
For
Jamel
real.
Charlo going for undisputed. Like, y'all better stop playing.
Yeah, man. This is. I mean, and what's so embarrassing is why someone need to, send fucking Bob Arum to Miami, Florida, so he could just go retire and wait to die. Because it's like, bruh, you keep every time you do something with Al Heyman, you lose. You constantly he like you've been doing this shit since the Ali days, and this is Al Heyman's side hustle.
Facts.
This is side hustle.
Facts.
He's still doing music, bro.
Big ass concerts and shit.
Big
Big
concerts and shit.
tours
This
and shit.
is a fucking side hustle, and he's schooling you in the side hustle. Just like your boy Jay Murs just said. Even Jake Paul just signed with Showtime. They do, it's like they doing big things. Everyone was mad at Floyd for fighting Conor McGregor. Then it was an embarrassment, and then they trying to fight Conor McGregor. Now Tyson Fury brother trying to fight one of the Paul brothers. I mean,
They
these,
gotta follow the blueprint.
yep, you have to. These guys are just light years ahead of y'all. You know,
Al
it's not.
Heyman,
It ain't even close.
Al Heyman better than Bob Arum, Don King. He treat the fighters right.
Yeah, yeah. You don't hear no one talking about they done got robbed after all of that.
But my dude, Batman, only person gonna say fuck Al Heyman is Batman.
Oh yeah, because of Gary Russell.
Yeah, Batman.
Gary Russell.
Al
I
Heyman,
mean,
he ain't did shit, Slim.
yeah. He has a reason to say it. You know what I mean? Like I understand his perspective on why he's saying that. But at the end of the day, ain't no company made 100% of their customers happy.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad that it's Gary Russell.
Are they employers?
Yeah. You can't have a 100% customer satisfaction. But you know what? One thing you haven't heard from Gary Russell and them is saying that they got robbed. They may not be getting the fights, but because look, at the end of the day, PBC is basically it's a TV show. It's not a promotion company. Them guys are signed to Al Heyman, who Al Heyman has the PBC and he books his fighters onto that show. You know what I mean? So and that's because he understands business. His situation is just a way bigger situation. And what did we hear from the haters a couple months ago? Oh, Heyman and Fox, they splitting up. They about to drop them, and now they get ready to do Manny Pacquiao and
PBC going broke.
Mm-hmm.
To go out of business. Just word corny shit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, but I know. Where are they fighting? Are they fighting in the Raiders Stadium?
Las Vegas. I don't know if they picked the stadium.
What's the venue? Yeah, what's the venue? Because
they just said Vegas though. They just said Vegas.
Yeah, I'm thinking they probably want something a little bit bigger than the MGM.
They gotta, man. If they go to that Raiders Stadium, they gonna fill that bitch up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I can't wait to see how that's gonna go down because
Yeah, they ain't announced the venue. They just got August 21st, 2021, Las Vegas, Nevada. It gotta be the Raiders Stadium.
I'm figuring it's going to be Raiders Stadium because, and I can't wait to see what the ticket numbers are going to be because Canelo just did that big number with Billy Joe,
man,
73,000. So
they gonna fill that bitch. Look,
yeah,
Phil and Pat. If they would have went to Cowboys Stadium, bro,
yeah, that would have been crazy.
They would have outdid Canelo.
Yeah, I think they would have.
They would have outdid Canelo, bro. Like,
I think they would have because the Mexican fan base out there in Dallas love Manny Pacquiao from all the wars he's been in with the Mexican fighters. So that would have been huge. But you know what?
That's Mexican fan base as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is great to debunk IOTBA because he had came out with a post saying that Errol Spence was only big in Dallas. He's a hometown star. So
he's a hater.
Yeah, we know. But it'd be nice to see what the numbers are in Vegas, and once you fight in Vegas,
they gonna say it's because of Pacquiao.
Of course. Well, I mean, of course.
It's because of Manny Pacquiao. Earl had the dance partners. He ain't do that by himself. They was there to see Pacquiao looking at it.
Yeah, but you know what? If that's the case, if they do those huge numbers, which I believe they will, Why didn't Manny Pacquiao do that with Adrian Broner?
Mm-hmm.
Or why did Manny? Because that was post-COVID. That was pre-COVID. No one even knew anything about COVID when he fought Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman. So and I can't wait to see the build up and the fight camps and the well, it ain't all access, but the fight camps and the face offs and all of that. The just the whole press tour is going to be incredible, man.
Man, that shit gonna be on fire, bro.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit gonna be on fire. Like when they go press conference, bro. Like that shit gonna
Hmm.
be on fire, bro. You got Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Like we gonna keep it real. Pacquiao is a fucking global icon. We can't
Yeah,
take
he is.
so.
He
That's
is.
gonna rock out.
And also of Pete Game, what's really amazing about what they did today was another chess move. Is they took so much steam away from the Josh Taylor Ramirez fight today. Today's the weigh-in. Ain't no one even talk about that shit.
Checkers, not chess, baby.
And it's chess.
I forgot to even put their fucking names in the title. But let's talk about that fight though, bro, because it's a hell of a fight. Undisputed. Let's move on though. Is anything? Let me say this. I'm gonna leave off on this on Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, bro. I wanted you Dennis Ugas for Errol Spence. I wanted Errol to get the third scrap. I want him to chase down Terrence Crawford, full court press his ass in the fall of the wintertime. But I do understand the business of boxing. I'm not pissed off. Manny Pacquiao is a great fucking chess move. Manny Pacquiao just go. If Errol Spence become victorious, it make him that much more bigger, and he can still chase down that scrap in the fall or the wintertime and face Terrence Crawford in 2022. Terrence Crawford have to be willing to face Errol Spence. It's different. Earl is willing to face Terrence Crawford, but is Bud willing to face Errol Spence? A lot of people gonna come up, well, he wanted to fight him then. Listen, bro, there's no bigger fight than undisputed. None whatsoever. Terrence Crawford said he wanted to be undisputed. Go check on Icon Box Show. He said he wanted to be undisputed. Now, you got an opportunity and you ain't gonna want it? Yeah, we'll find out. But
Right.
salute to Earl the True Spence Jr., man. Salute to Manny Pacquiao for making a hell of a decision.
Yep.
Stepping up to the fucking plate. He got some big ass cojones, my friend. Some big ass cojones. And gotta respect Manny Pacquiao, win, lose, or draw, bro. Because on the simple fact of people gonna say, well, he fighting Errol Spence, and they gonna try to, like I say, link that to Floyd Money Mayweather. But Mayweather is retired, everybody. But I'm gonna give Manny Pacquiao his credit to be in this era, fighting these young hungry ass lions like this. He damn sure deserves respect. So salute to him. August 21st, it's gonna be a movie, family.
And one thing I want to add to that, Manny, I'm reading Jay Murr's comment here. He said EJ versus Pac, Ugas versus Thurman basically is a PBC tournament. And when I read that, what resonated with me was the comments of, Errol Spence need me more than I need him. And it goes to show actually not, because if Errol Spence go in there and beat Manny Pacquiao, and Ugas fights Keith Thurman, which I would still pick Keith Thurman to beat Ugas at this point still, right? Keith Thurman...
Kwame, Tyrell, Pacquiao knows he can beat Spence. That is why he chose him. That car accident really did some damage to him. Well, go ahead, Corey.
Anyway,
man. These boys crazy, man.
Listen, man. Like, if Errol beat Manny Pacquiao and Thurman beats Ugas, that's another big fight. I mean, if Errol get over himself with the whole Keith Thurman thing.
No, if Thurman get that scrap, Errol gonna fight him.
He gonna have to, right?
Scrap, he gonna fight.
He gonna fight him. I'm just saying that's another huge fight. That's another fight that people will tune in to watch because there's a story behind it. Manny Pacquiao defeats Thurman. Spence defeats Manny Pacquiao, who beat Thurman. Then these guys are meeting up for a belt. He got his belt back. He could easily do that and then slide up to 154.
Facts.
He could easily do that because, where the Crawford team shot themselves in the foot is by saying that fight is behind them. So you have now taken the pressure off Spence and said that y'all ain't gonna make the fight. Which to me at this point, it doesn't make any sense to me, right? And just to go a little bit deeper into that is, if that situation plays out What's going on, Uppercuts Boxing Nation? If
Uppercut,
that,
what's going down, bro?
yes, sir. If that situation goes down like that, there's really only one fight at 147 that people are gonna put a lot of pressure on Terrence Crawford to see. Him and Boots Ennis.
He ain't fighting Boots.
Him and Boots. That's it. If Earl move up, it's like
That's gonna be the fight. You're right.
because what's up, Cassandra?
Especially if Boots put himself in position, gonna make it come mandatory or some shit.
Right, because it's like because the boxing fans are not going to be okay with the lineup Bernie talked about. And I feel like this from a skill perspective, from an accomplishments perspective, Terrence Crawford is all of that. From a skill perspective and accomplishments perspective, he's all that, right? But I also feel like this. When it comes to the pound for pound rankings, to me, that's a what have you done lately situation. You can't stay at the top pound for pound list fighting the people you fighting. While other guys are fighting tougher competition. That's why I put Canelo Alvarez ahead of him now. Because, all right, there's always some type of scandal, but I feel like enough time has elapsed for the coclambuterol stuff with Canelo Alvarez. People forget about things over time, and Canelo Alvarez, even though I do have some gripes about he should be fighting these other guys. Like, my issue is just the whole thing with Charlo being your mandatory. Like, you're supposed to fight that guy, and not fighting Andrade at 154 and 160, But on the flip side of him not taking those fights, he still beat other world champions. And if you were to match that with what Terrence Crawford has done in the same stretch of time, he's actually fought better people.
No comparison.
He's, you know what I'm saying? And he's in his fourth division that he's winning world champions. I mean, and there's always a monkey wrench in the game, even with, the Kovalov fight and all of that. But even just him beating Kovalov, that's huge on his resume. Because it's just like this. I said this when people got mad at Kevin Durant for going to the Golden State Warriors. After a couple of years go by, and in the history books is written, all people are going to see is what the accomplishments are. That's what they're going to see. He beat Sergey Kovalov. It's just like with Rocky Marciano. It's like, he beat Joe Louis. Now, a lot of the boxing hardcores, the diehards, and the pundits will say, well, he beat an old man.
Joe Louis, 176 years old when he beat him.
Right, exactly. But he still got that. You know what I'm saying? When they say, this guy was the only heavyweight that was undefeated or whatever, that's just how it is. So with Canelo, it's going to be that's what it is. And then on top of it, Canelo he's a cash cow. He's an actual face. He's actually marketable. So I said this before. If things pan out the way that they pan out and Errol move up in two fights, the only fight that it will make any sense for a high-profile fight is going to be Crawford and Ennis. And I honestly think Ennis is just too big for him. That's just me personally. And I don't get mad if someone says Bud will beat Ennis because it's very possible that would happen. But that would be a hell of a fight. And that's the kind of fight that the fans want to see. And we have to get to a point.
Let me say this. No, Cassandra, he ain't get the belt back. Manny ain't get the belt back, but it's a possibility we gotta wait and see. A lot of people saying he might get it back.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Yeah. The great thing about Manny Pacquiao is he's Manny Pacquiao. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Whether he get the belt back or not. That would be the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's Manny Pacquiao, so it don't really matter. And what's interesting was a lot of the rumors that was going on with Team Crawford while they were in limbo and we were waiting for this big announcement. And this is so funny though, Manny, right? This is about a month ago, a month and a half ago. We was all talking about the big announcement. Look what the big announcement is.
We got the big announcement.
We got the big announcement, right? You know what I'm saying? But they were talking.
My guy Uppercut Boxing. Appreciate the donation, bro. Much love, much appreciated, fam.
Yeah. One of the things that they were constantly talking or speaking in reference to, and what was holding up the fight somewhat is they were saying that they were trying to have Manny get his belt back in order to get the fight made. You know what I'm saying? It would be like a super checkmate smack in the face if he get his super WBA back. I mean, if that happened, you gotta call Al Heyman the GOAT. If it go down like that, it's like, bro, you gotta fire your agent, bro. You gotta fire Errol. The other guy is doing all of this for his client, right? And your guy is just coming up short repeatedly, again and again and again. And I think the ultimate smack in the face, because I know some of T. Crawford watched this, right? They fucking hate me, right? But they don't have a problem. I ain't never said nothing that's foul in the public about Bud as Bob Arum did.
Facts.
But they don't got no problem with him. And that's the part of it that I don't get. It's like,
so Kwame, you mean to tell me it only took Errol Spence 2 years to get the Manny Pacquiao fight after taking Bud 7 trying to get that motherfucker? 19, wait a minute, 3, I'm sorry. 19, he came in, 3 years, because he came in January the 19th, AB, fought Thurman in 19, and now Errol fit to fight him in 21. So it took Errol 3 years after it took you 7 years.
Well, you know what? To be fair, let's tack on an extra year, right? I'm gonna say it took Errol 4 years because he became world champion in 2017 against Kell Brook.
No, Manny Pacquiao only been with PBC.
Oh, okay. I see where you coming from with.
Yeah, he only been with PBC, and Errol and Manny were never talked about when he was with Top Rank.
Yeah.
So he came over to PBC, and he only been chasing them, and he only really been chasing them since 2020. To be honest with you, So big trap star, what's going down, bro? What's going down? Much love, much appreciated, fam.
Salute to you. Yeah, you're right. He only really started chasing Manny Pacquiao around the Mikey Garcia fight. That's when it became like, okay, I want to fight Manny. You know what I mean? So, man. All I'm saying is, hey man, Al Heyman is doing a hell of a job, man. And if you can't notice that you with a loser, and I'm talking about Errol, you know what I'm saying? Then Errol ain't the problem no more, it's you. Because the guy losing on every front, and I think the icing on the cake for it. I think the icing and the cake in it for me is after you have no class if your fighter wins a fight and the day after his win you're shitting on him in the athletic. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is shitting on you with Mike Coppinger. He said all of these things before the fight, but didn't have it released till after the fight. But he stood up there after the fight when they was interviewing him when he said, "Oh, Bud could beat Danny Garcia and Errol Spence the same night." You remember that? Yeah. He said he could beat them both in the same night
after the Brook win.
But while he's sitting there saying all of these things in your face to the media, he has already shitted on you to the media before you even had a fight and then released that shit after. But you still want to be there. And somehow That's Al Heyman and Errol Spence fault.
And Sean Porter and Keith
And
Thurman
Keith Thurman.
and Floyd Mayweather, who don't give a fuck.
And remember Derrick James too. Remember he was a punk motherfucker too
Oh yeah,
before one of
Derek.
Bernie things. Derrick James. I mean everyone. Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, everyone. It's everyone fucking fault.
Shit, Jesus, Mary, and
Jesus,
Moses.
right, and Joseph.
Nobody give a damn about. Floyd.
They
He
they
just
all
he all
they all blackballed him.
yeah, he just getting made blackball.
He being blackballed by Jesus.
But let's move on, Kwame. Let's get these other topics out the way so we can get up out of here. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, one hell of a fight. What's your thoughts, bro?
Man, I have to lean toward Josh Taylor. The reason I think body language say a lot, And when I was looking at the face off yesterday at the press conference, Josh Taylor was talking a lot of shit in Ramirez's face, and Ramirez's body language seemed a little passive to me. Did you see that, Manny?
Yeah, Josh Taylor said that shit. He said that boy looked nervous. He said,
He did.
He said, I bet on the knockout now. He said, I bet on the knockout.
Yeah, he did. He was looking like he looked nervous. Like it was definitely. And I don't really like to go into the whole alpha and beta, but if you had to label each one of those, Josh Taylor looked like the alpha and he looked like the beta. He looked a little bit better today at the face off in the weigh-in. Ramirez, I'm talking about. He looked, but I would just have to say, listen, man, I would just have to say, Josh Taylor, he showed me a lot with the fight against Prograis. He's willing to get in there and get dirty and fight fucking hard. And not to go back to any of that other stuff we were just talking about, but if Bud didn't mention Josh Taylor to fight, he mentioned Ramirez. So to me that just showed me he think that's the weakest link. You know what I'm saying?
He picked Josh Taylor to win. Jeffrey Durant, I seen him, man. I see him live over there, man. Kwame cooking over here, bro. I'll worry about Bernie later, champ. We ain't worried about Bernie right now. Bernie in his feelings. He ain't gonna come and jump on this panel, so we ain't worried about him.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor will edge it out. It'd be a tough rock'em sock'em type of fight, and someone might get knocked out. But if I had to bet money, I'd have to. They say Mad Chad Boxer said Ramirez is plus 180. Okay, yeah, and I would have to go with Josh Taylor. Yeah, he did. He looked shook. He did. Big truck trap star. He looked shook, man. I saw it. It was. That was something. It was like he couldn't hide it.
He tried to let it out of the way in today though, but I look at it as
Yeah.
I gotta go with Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor make the better adjustments. I feel like Ramirez, I don't want to call him, but he's a one-trick pony. His defense is his offense. You got to come forward. You got to keep that shit going. Be looking at him and him and the Maurice Hooker fight.
Yeah.
Maurice Hooker was winning that fight up until the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Or it was close. It was a tie. I think Josh Taylor is a way better fight than Maurice Hooker. Just me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's a better adjustment. I feel like he got more. I ain't gonna say more dog, but Maurice got dog. But I think he's just physically stronger. I think he's physically stronger. I think he got better attributes than Maurice Hooker. So I look at Ramirez trying to come forward, trying to work that magic on Josh Taylor. And I don't think that's gonna work through the whole fight. I think Josh Taylor gonna start getting to his body some, and I think he gonna use his aggression against him. I think Ramirez gonna have to try to make him fight a dog fight the whole fight. That's gonna give him a great chance to win the fight. But if Josh Taylor start working his jab and start being smart, I think he could pick Ramirez apart and walk his ass into a hard shot and arguably knock him out or put him down. You know what I'm saying? Because he can get hurt. He can get hurt. You feel me? But we seen with Josh Taylor, he got thin skin, so he swell up quick. So Ramirez can start hitting his ass and swelling his face up and things of that nature. He put himself in a good position. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of fight though. But I'm with Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor win his fight. I think he make the better adjustments. I think overall he's the better fighter. You know what I'm saying? I had him. I had him number one. I had Regis Prograis number two, and he beat number two. But we can't. I'm not gonna sleep on Ramirez because he got Robert Garcia over there. Robert Garcia can look at certain things and make adjustments, try to make them better. but I gotta ride with Josh Taylor in that fight. But it's one hell of a fight, man. It's gonna be a fucking war. It's gonna be a good fight. Like I say, that William Wallace blood, that Robert the Bruce blood, that he a real Scotland, bro. He a real Scotland. So he ain't going out without a fight. He ain't
Facts.
without a fight, bro. And it's gonna be one hell of a fight. Big Trap started back in that super chat say Bud wants to duplicate the green print. All Migos. We gonna see Big Truck. We gonna see. He gonna need to duplicate something. Gonna need to duplicate something because after this Errol get this Pacquiao fight, that check ain't duplicated for his ass. You better play ball.
Yeah, I told him. I said, spell a 3-letter word that means the Z side, but he's gonna be the Z side if he ever try to fight Errol after this one. Because the only thing that was gonna make him even remotely close, because I was being real. I said if he would have fought uh, uh, Manny Pacquiao, it could have been 50-50. I wouldn't have had an argument with that if he would have beat Manny Pacquiao and fought him.
That's what Cass was saying. If he beat Pacquiao, there's no doubt it's a 50-50 fight. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Well, what about now? It was 60-40 now. I'm just waiting to see what is it now? What's the percentage now?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, it ain't mad. So they say 70-30, or that's ducking. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, dog. But moving on, Kwame. Deontay Wilder catching a lot of heat, bro. A lot of heat because he won his arbitration and he won his motherfucking rematch fight. And a lot of people pissed off at him, talking about he's fucking up. He's fucking up the unification. I mean, the undisputed fight with Fury and Joshua, who was never on the same page in the first place.
Right.
But they pissed off at Wilder, mainstream media, who never gave him a chance in the first place. They all laughed at him. They all called him he making too many excuses, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got motherfuckers like Stephen A. Smith talking about step to the side who don't know shit. You got the zone talking about he cock block motherfucking undisputed. So man, it's just a whole lot of bullshit going on with Deontay Wilder. What's your thoughts on that one?
Man, salute to the King Deontay Wilder. Look, man, whether there was cheating or tampering, I mean, we did see some stuff that looked fishy with that fight. But as I always said before, Tyson Fury is a superior boxer. I think he could have won the fight even if he didn't cheat. But still, all in all, if you sign a rematch clause, you got to honor that. You can't be mad at that man for. I mean, this is what business is. Y'all said if y'all fight, if he lost, there could be a rematch, and they tried to use the whole COVID thing and said that they couldn't get people into stadiums, and it was too big of a fight to do during the pandemic, and then they made it go past the date, and then they tried to move on and be slick. And as I said before, I really believe that was a tactic that Errol was using because he was trying, if he couldn't get the Spence Crawford fight signed, that he was going to go his own way with Tyson Fury and use Tyson Fury to make a big money fight for himself. But unfortunately, that didn't work. And regardless of, what I really admire about Deontay Wilder is that a lot of times when people don't hear someone running their mouth and talking, they think that's being weak, but that's a sign of strength. And if Deontay Wilder would not have said anything all of this time and was just trying to hold shit up, that'd be one thing. But what I've seen from Deontay Wilder in the midst of, everyone, ragging on him because of the quote-unquote excuses he was making and all that for losing the fight, the Deontay Wilder I've seen emerge out of this looks to be a more improved boxer and fighter. Shows that this man was working. Shows that
so fucked up in here. He ain't mentally stable.
Yeah, he ain't mentally stable, but he's working, and there's those things that people are saying they didn't like what he did with Breland or whatever. You can have your opinion, and said one person said, he fired a black man, he hired another one. And for some reason, in this short amount of time, he looked like a completely different fighter, just hitting the pads. Because I remember I used to watch Deontay Wilder in his little training sessions. I'd be like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, I mean, now he actually looks more like a boxer. Punches less wide, tighter, more head movement on defense, and as I said before, it's not such a big deal to get a loss in boxing. Look, Lennox Lewis is known as possibly the best heavyweight in history, in some people books, definitely top three in most people books. But he was knocked out twice, cold, by Hakeem Rockman and Alvin McCall. He was knocked out cold. You know,
Klitschko
so
beat him too, right?
well, Klitschko was winning, but I think what happened was he had a cut and they stopped the fight. And that was Lennox Lewis's last fight, so he won because that cut was there. But he was losing the fight technically.
Right.
But the fact being is that, I hear people say, "Oh, Wilder's career is over." If he no, how your career over? It's heavyweight boxing. It take one punch. Mike Tyson lost many times. Ali lost many times. All I can say with Wilder is that amidst all of the excuses, he's emerged making himself a better fighter. While going dark for a while. And sometimes you need that. You need to reflect on your losses, your mistakes, and how to be better. And he must be doing something right. I mean, he got the fight back. And it's interesting, see, because it's a no-win situation for Wilder. If Wilder would have took step-aside money, they would have said he was scared.
He ducked him.
Now he ain't taking no step-aside money. Now, he's the problem. He's in the way. But there was a rematch clause. But this guy, once again, you got this 90-year-old devil who, and it's interesting because you would think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, both being from the other side of the pond, Anthony Joshua shitted on him and said he was frauding after all of this stuff. Not saying he's side with Wilder, but he's just saying that you were a big fraud and you guys don't do business right. Clout chasing, using my name. And I'm going to tell you what made it worse for me, where I lost even more respect for Tyson Fury, is the fact that he came on social media and put his name on something saying that the fight was getting ready to happen in August or whatever, the day before the ruling of the arbitration, without him even knowing what the ruling was going to be.
Facts. So confident.
So confident that it's going to happen. And birds of a feather flock together. That's why Aaron went and grabbed him, and that's why he invests so much in him, because they're two big bullshitters. Big bullshitters. And listen, I can't say without a doubt that Deontay Wilder's going to win if they fight. I can't honestly say that, but I'm rooting for Deontay Wilder, and I hope he knocks him clean out this fight. Retribution, And to be quite honest, this is a bigger fight because it's history. And Anthony Joshua's not undefeated. So I don't see how that's so much a bigger fight. Just the fact that it's another fight that's across the pond. It's not a bigger fight because there's such a buildup. The arbitration, the excuses from Wilder, the cheating scandal, and the gloves and all that. There's so much rich storyline and history which is going to sell this fight. And I'm going to tune into the fight. And as I said, I don't know if Wilder's going to win it because I feel like Tyson Fury, he could outbox Wilder and just win the fight. Not knock him out, but just maybe win off points. That's what I'm saying. I can't say that Wilder's just going to win the fight, but I am rooting for Deontay Wilder to win that fight. And hopefully he knock his head clean the fuck off.
Right. Shouts out to Big Truck Trap Store again. He said, we got to stop saying Klitschko got cut. Now Lewis opened up a whole pile on his eye. No pad. That's a fact. I'm going to say this, bro. To the mainstream media, fuck y'all. feel me? Cause y'all never gave Wilder a first shake anyway, bro.
Sure did it.
Feel me? I'm like Mayweather. Come on, give me a first shake, all right? So I'm gonna let you talk to Victor Ortiz. They never gave Wilder a first shake in the first place, bro. They always shitted on Wilder. They always came to that man. Or nobody like when he was saying what he was saying about the Fury situation. Nobody spoke on that shit. Mainstream media didn't want to grab onto it. They looked at him as making excuses, this, that, and the third. Whether you believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, you cover boxing. So if you cover boxing and you got this motherfucker who reigned for 5 years, 10 title defenses, tied Muhammad Ali, and he's saying he's been cheated, this, that, and the third, and none of you motherfuckers pick up on it to say anything to let the peoples be the judge, whether you believe it or not. But as soon as Tyson Fury come out and say something about, oh, Wilder's talking about me cheating, my hands did this, they jump on that shit quick. And they talk about, oh, Tyson Fury said, Wilder making excuses. Tyson Fury said this, Tyson Fury, but nothing, no respect to Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? No respect to him. So now that he come out, he won his motherfucking arbitration, and he getting his third fight. That Tyson Fury should have just manned up and gave him his fucking fight in the first place, right? Then we won't be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? We won't be heard talking about, oh, we got undisputed so and so and this and that, because he been knew he had to fight Wilder. Go back and listen to his early interviews after he beat Deontay Wilder. Well, I can't fight AJ until I handle this business with Deontay Wilder. He been knew he had to fight that man. He been knew it. He knew what was the fuck was going on. They were trying to be slick and scandal their way out of that fight, and thought because of the AJ fight, they tried to build it to be so fucking massive. And oh, it's $500,000 on the line. It's this. It's I mean, sorry, $500 million, and it's this. It's that. That the judge and the arbitrator is gonna be like, well, this is a lot of money. It's a big fight. And just say fuck Deontay Wilder. You wait. No, no, no. It don't work like that. Wilder won and shit. He get his fucking third fight. He get his third fight. The last time I checked, when Andy Ruiz became the fucking unified champion, nobody was in this bitch screaming Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was screaming that shit. So don't make it like undisputed is so big to you motherfuckers now. Oh my god, undisputed in the heavyweight division. It's just so great. It's just this, it's just that. After Andy Ruiz just knocked out motherfucking Anthony Joshua motherfucking ass. Knocked him out and stopped him. But y'all wasn't screaming Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder for undisputed. So I don't want to hear nothing from you motherfuckers that's trying to make it like, oh, this was the biggest thing, undisputed, all of this, that shit. Miss me with that shit. You feel me? D, do what you got to do, bro. Go out there, get your third fight. I'm riding with you. I got you knocking this motherfucker out. As long as we clean his ass up and he's not on no bullshit, he can't beat Deontay Wilder. He can't beat him. That power gonna be too much. And Fury is not gonna be coming forward trying to knock out Wilder. He's not going to be coming forward trying to knock out Wilder. This peon is going to be right in there trying to box, box, box. Watch this game plan in this fight. I'll be surprised if he come out and try to go straight towards Deontay Wilder. You feel me? I would be surprised. I don't think he gonna do it. I don't think he gonna do it. He gonna come out and just gonna try to box, bro. Box his way to a victory, and that's when Wilder gonna catch his ass, bro. He gonna catch his ass. He gonna put his ass out. But on the up and up, salute to Deontay Wilder for getting his goddamn his rematch, his trilogy. He deserve it. You know what I mean? He deserve it. Bob Erm tried to come on Blue Blood Show, act like he ain't have a chance in hell. Oh well, he don't have a chance. The contract expired. All this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All this bullshit. But shouts out to Wilder, fam. But this gonna be the last topic right now. Gervonta Tank Davis is at 140 pounds, taking on Mario Barrios. Mayweather said he's afraid for Tank. Then the Ellerby said it's a dangerous fight for Tank. You know, is Mario Barrios a dangerous fight for Gervonta Davis? To me, I look at it as being a dangerous fight because Mario Barrios can punch. He's tall. He's rangy. You know what I mean? He's rangy. He can go in there. He can make shit happen with Tank if he can keep his jab out there. If he can stay disciplined and let Tank ass walk into some shit, he give himself a better chance to win that fight. He give himself a better chance to win that fight. But if he just try to bang it out and let Tank get in the inside and let Tank get to his body, it's gonna be over for Barrios. He ain't gonna make it through. He ain't gonna make it to the ninth round, in my opinion. He ain't gonna make it to. If he go in there and try to bang that shit out like he do, he ain't gonna make it to the ninth round. If he be smart and use that jab, try to keep Tank ass at the end and let his ass walk into something, he give himself a shot. But for Gervonta Davis to go to 140 pounds, he's testing himself, right? He's testing his abilities, and he want to show people that he is the real deal. You feel me? He is the real deal. He ain't holding back nothing. He ready for Mario Barrios putting the hard work in. We all seen at the weigh-in, the press conference that Barrios was tall as fuck over Tank. So it's gonna be a mountain to climb, bro. It's gonna be a mountain to climb. Like I say, Floyd's a little nervous. Leonard's a little nervous. But Gervonta Davis wanted this fight. He feel like this was a challenging fight for him. and we're gonna see how he show up to the plate. But I got Tank winning this fight. I think it's gonna be a tough little scrap. I think Barrio's not gonna go easy, but I do got Tank getting him. If Barrio try to box, I think he can last. But if he go in there try to bang, I think Tank get his ass out within 9 rounds. It's gonna be a hell of a fight though. It's gonna be a fan friendly fight. What's your thoughts on that fight, my man?
Uh, I've seen Barrios fight a couple times, and two times I saw him fight. I wasn't too. I wasn't. I won't say what. I wasn't impressed in the way that they have built him into what they had built him up to be.
Okay.
Um, but what I will say is he can't fight though, and technically he has all the advantages coming into the fight. He's bigger. I don't know if he's stronger. Uh, he doesn't have more punching power, but a person can have more punching power but not be physically stronger than the other person. So he has more reach. So hey, listen. A lot of people saying it's a cherry pick. I say, how could it be a cherry pick and Tank is going up 2 weight classes?
Fighting an undefeated champion who got the WBO scrap.
Right.
WBA regular. Come on.
Regular, So I mean, Tank in a no-win situation all the time. I think it's a exciting fight, and I think Tank's career is being guided really savvy and very intelligent decisions. But Leo Santa Cruz last fight, that was a dangerous fight. We saw what Tank's face started to look like in that fight. Leo Santa Cruz could fight.
I ain't gonna get Tank credit for a 4 division world champion though.
Nah, he could fight. I knew it wasn't gonna be no walk in the park. I feel like this fight itself should be another really good scrap, but I see Tank winning by knockout. I think Tank gonna wear him down and break him down over time, and that's all she wrote. But once he moved up to 140, he opened the door for Teofimo Lopez, and I think maybe that's what they're trying to build him up to do, is getting there with Lopez at some point. But who knows? We talking size of the street and all of that stuff again. So who knows what's going to happen? But I'm always rooting for Tank. Tank. I relate to Tank. Tank came from nothing. He made something out of his life, and he's exciting. I mean, what more? People always want to complain about certain fighters. They complained about Mayweather, said he was boring. Now you got Tank, you get nothing but knockouts. You get Wilder, you got nothing but knockouts. And hopefully, I think what's Tank, 24-0, 23 knockouts. So I think we're going to see his 24th knockout.
Yeah, man, Tank, he'll put on the show. I got to put on the show, but a lot of people ain't gonna give him credit, which I can't see though. Tank won this fight. He got it. Barrios says it's a dangerous fight. Mikey said it. Leo Santa Cruz said it. I know what Barrios is. Tank will get full credit for me, man. But I got to get up out of the corner. We was going for 2 hours, man. I appreciate you for jumping on with me, bro. Got any last
Likewise, brother. Definitely, man. You guys can find me at Low to the Game Boxing on YouTube. Also, Low to the Game Boxing Sports on Facebook. We got a group there. We super petty in that group, though. And salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Salute to Manny doing a great job holding us down. And salute to King on Everything Boxing as well for holding Manny down and giving him the platform as well.
Yes, sir. Salute to my big bro, Q, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all not subscribe to this channel ASAP, bro. Thanks, Big Truck Trump, for coming through with the super chats. Thank my bro, man, Chad, with the super chat. It's all love, fam. I'm gonna try to get one in tomorrow, man, for the fight. Maybe not though. Not I'll be back on Sunday, but he should be back soon too himself though. But I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Y'all go follow me at Money Brown TV. Hit that like button. Check out the videos and follow me on Instagram at Money_the writer. If y'all ain't got nowhere to watch the fights tomorrow, I will be streaming the fights. So if y'all need somewhere to watch the fights, y'all come through and check them out, man. We're gonna be streaming. We stream every fight every Saturday, man. Every big fight, every small fight. We got y'all covered, bro. You feel me? Pay-per-views, everything. That's only if you can't. But if you could, support the fighters, bro. Support the fighters. You feel me? Show love to the people. You know what I mean? That show love to us. because they put their life on the line every day for that shit, but we respect them. But other than that, fam, y'all know what it is. We about to get about the business. Your boy Manny. It's the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, right? This ain't the everything boxing, right? This everything boxing, but subscribe to my channel, man. Y'all know how I get down, fam. Big dog status. Appreciate you, my brother.
No doubt. Appreciate you too, my brother.